This story is also from ZIG ZAG ZOG, and you can see all my books and information about each one of them on my website, www.g'daysally.com. This story is called The Planet of Blue Cows. It was a very colourful planet. The skies were red, the clouds were purple, and the rivers were green. The grass was a bright blue, and so were the cows, so it was hard to see just where the grass ended and the cows began. As Rocket, Zoom and Gleep Gleep landed in their flying square, they could see that the lakes were striped yellow and silver. "What a strange planet," said Rocket Zoom. "It wouldn't be strange if we'd been born here," said Gleep Gleep. "Good point," said Rocket Zoom, "but as we weren't born here, it does look strange." "If you put on these colour-adjusting glasses, it will look just like Earth," said Gleep Gleep. "How do you know?" asked Rocket Zoom. "I am never wrong," said Gleep Gleep. So Rocket Zoom put on the colour-adjusting glasses that Gleep Gleep handed him. "You know, you're right," said Rocket Zoom. "It looks just like Earth." Rocket Zoom opened the canopy of their flying square, and Gleep Gleep followed him down the space stairs. Suddenly, one of the bright blue cows wandered up to them and said, "Welcome, travellers. We have been expecting you. Please follow me." Now, as you remember, Rocket Zoom and Gleep Gleep like to think of themselves as space adventurers, not space travellers. And their first adventure was to find a new supply of calcilzy, a mineral that was urgently needed by Ziblisto, the dark blaster, and the bright stars of the eastern quarter on the planet of Roama. So now they were ready for another adventure. Rocket Zoom was amazed that this blue cow could talk. "The only inhabitants of this world are these blue cows," said Gleep Gleep, who was never surprised at anything. "How do you know?" asked Rocket Zoom. "I am never wrong," said Gleep Gleep. "Now, I know you're wondering what the blue cow's name is, so I'll let her tell you." Suddenly the blue cow turned around. "I'm sorry, I'm so anxious I'm forgetting my manners," she said. "I am Mephisto, the Wizard Weaver." After she had introduced herself and begun to lead them again to wherever she was taking them, Rocket Zoom whispered to Gleep Gleep, "This cow is very thin. I wonder if they're all so thin." And just as he said that, they could see a huge mountain in the distance. It was bright blue too, just like the cow and the grass. And then Rocket Zoom could see a big blue blob in front of the mountain. "That's the rest of the inhabitants, the other blue cows," said Gleep Gleep. "How do you know?" asked Rocket Zoom, amazed. "I am never wrong," said Gleep Gleep, as they reached the big blob of blue cows. Rocket Zoom noticed that all the other blue cows looked very thin too, but he didn't say anything as he didn't want to insult their host. Mephisto, the Wizard Weaver, turned to Rocket Zoom and Gleep Gleep and said, "These are the others on our planet of Tainama, and we are the silk spinners of the Western Quarter." "You said you were expecting us," said Rocket Zoom, "but why?" "We desperately need your help," said Mephisto, the Wizard Weaver, and she waved her hand towards the huge blue mountain. "If you look around, you will think that the grass on our planet is blue," she said, and Rocket Zoom nodded. "But you'd be wrong," said Mephisto. "The grass on our planet is silver. We eat our silver grass, and then we make silver silk for building." Rocket Zoom was amazed. "Then why does it look blue?" "Because it's completely covered in calcilzy," said Gleep Gleep. "How do you know?" asked Rocket Zoom. "I am never wrong," said Gleep Gleep. Mephisto looked pleased. "Yes, that is exactly what is covering all of our silver grass, and that is what this huge blue mountain is, calcilzy. And we don't need any calcilzy, but we do need to get our grass back so we can eat it again and make silver silk." "How can we help?" asked Rocket Zoom. "We need to take all this calcilzy back to the planet of Moana for Ziblisto the Dark Blaster and the bright stars of the Eastern Quarter," said Gleep Gleep. "Oh, I am so glad that you know where it belongs," said Mephisto, "because if we don't get to our grass soon and eat some, we may all die." There was a terribly strong space wind, and it blew all this blue calcilzy all over our planet, blocking us off from the grass and collecting in this huge blue mountain. Rocket Zoom looked worried. "But how will we collect up all the calcilzy and tow it back to Moana for Ziblisto, the Dark Blaster, and the bright stars of the Eastern Quarter?" "No problem," said Gleep Gleep. You remember that I asked you to attach that long vacuum hose to the bottom of our flying square just before we left on our space adventure. Rocket Zoom was amazed. How did you know we would need it? I am never wrong, said Gleep Gleep. Mephisto the Wizard Weaver and the silk spinners of the Western Quarter got busy making a huge sack with their super strong silver silk. And then Rocket Zoom and Gleep Gleep turned on their vacuum hose and sucked up all the blue calkilzy from all over the silver grass and sucked up every last piece of blue calkilzy that was in the huge mountain and deposited it all in the super strong silver silk sack. Then they attached the sack to their flying square and flew off in the direction of Moana to give Ziplisto the Dark Blaster and the bright stars of the Eastern Quarter a wonderful surprise. So, I've been reading you stories from my new book, ZIG ZAG ZOG, and you can check out all my books on my website, which is www.g'daysally.com. This is the G'day Sally Show. And the G'day Sally Show is brought to you by Noa. You know, Hawaii is a microcosm of the world with people here from all over the world. And Noa Hawaii is a microcosm of the traditional arts of the world with beautiful patterns from many countries. They've been in business for 38 years with wonderful Hawaii designed batik clothing. Their hand-dyed and handmade clothes have patterns that are based on traditional kapa and tapa designs from Hawaii, Polynesia, Micronesia, Indonesia, even New Zealand and Africa. So check out all of the wonderful items that Noa has on their website, which is www.noanoahawaii.com. So I'll be back next week, so bye for now.